You have this perfect knack of making a song that everyone sings straight away. Like I feel like I know the words after one listen.
Yes, that's what we like.
There's something really special about it. And like we say, you're back kind of where you almost belong, Pixie. I mean, you've been away for a little bit. Life's taken you in different directions, and we'll talk about that. But the new single is out now, I Won't Forget You.
Yes.
And a new album, hopefully, to follow maybe next year. Would that be what the plan is?
Yeah, definitely. We don't have a date for that yet. But yeah, the new single's out now, and it's great to be back.
You've been sort of away doing other amazing things, actually. I mean, you were on stage, obviously you're part of Breakfast at Tiffany's, which was, it's a hugely kind of, well, it's a big sort of bulky thing to get your teeth stuck into, but it does take you away from being on stage performing as such, but you learn a lot doing that kind of thing as well, don't you?
Definitely. I learned so much from doing that. Was it last year? It all sort of blends into one.
Yes.
Last year. The thing was, it did take up a whole year, so it did take me out of doing being in the studio. But it was more on the acting side of things because it was a play. I learned so much in that world of things. And I always want to keep learning and growing as a performer, and it definitely taught me so much. I think doing, 8 shows a week, and the play was so dense and like emotional, and I think just doing that again and again and again, it really did teach me a lot. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, for sure.
It's so intense, isn't it? Like, you just got to be on it every single day.
Yeah, you do, especially those double show days, and it was a really long show. But yeah, the hardest thing I've ever done, but one of the most amazing things that it just taught me so much. So I like to sort of try and bring it with me in any performance. Really, I do now.
Of course, and then you won The Voice Kids with the lovely Jess. I mean, it was just a remarkable series, actually, Pixie, and I know you loved it. It was written all over your face the whole way through.
Yeah, I was so... I think, like, on the screen when I was watching it back, I was so sort of animated because I was so invested in it, and I got, like, attached to all the kids in my team. That's why it was super hard when I had to let some of them go to get through to the next stages. But that is the nature of the show. You have to...
It was their little faces, wasn't it? Some of it was really quite painful to watch. You felt so sorry for them.
I know, but it's sort of like I've been there as a kid, as a young person. I've been in those situations, so I know exactly how it feels. And I do have the empathy for them, but they're so graceful and they take it amazingly. And I think it's because they do have their whole life ahead of them and their future is so bright. So many opportunities are going to come their way if they're as talented as what they were.
Oh, what incredible voices.
It just blew me away. Like, to be there in the flesh and witness it, I was like, wow, I'm really witnessing something great. And I just had goosebumps, and it was just, it was just way more. It was just even better than I even expected. Just the talent was just amazing.
Well, in amongst all of that, and indeed the album and the single, you are doing your best to try and plan the wedding.
Yes, exactly.
Which isn't easy, I know.
You know yourself. But you've given me hope. You said you did it quite quickly.
I did. We did it all relatively quickly. There he is, the lovely Oliver, of course. We did it quite quickly, and I wouldn't change it now, because you sort of get to a point where you think, well, if I can't do it in that time, it won't be done.
Exactly,
as simple as that.
Exactly, yeah. So we will get round to it at some point. Like, we're really excited about it, but there's just always so much stuff going on, and don't just want to, like, shoehorn it in and rush it. So we will get round to it at some point.
Well, you've been together for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, well, when I was 19, we got together, and he was like my first serious boyfriend, and we're still going strong.
Well, Oliver's obviously a model, and you were showing him exactly how it was done in Milan recently with the big D&G show. You were fantastic at this, strutting your stuff. Did you enjoy that? I mean, that's something a bit different again.
I know, that is different. I absolutely loved it. Like, I love Dolce & Gabbana. They're my absolute favourites, and obviously Oliver's done that loads of times, so I was asking for a few tips and, what do I do? But it was an honour. Like, I got to wear one of those little tiara things, and it was a really special day. But it was quite weird because there was such a long build-up, and we started to get ready at like 7 a.m. in the morning, and everyone was rushing around backstage, all the models, and then we did the walk, and then it was like over in 2 seconds, and I was like, what? I think it's because I'm used to, like, the build-up and then doing a really big show or something.
Yeah.
And that was over so quickly. I was like, what do we do now?
Go again.
Go again. But it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Well, Pixie, look, it's all happening for you, honestly. It's all sounds very, very exciting. Like we say, Won't Forget You. It's out now. We look forward to all the forthcoming singles, album next year, wedding. It's all kicking off for Pixie. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great to see you.